Angela White, the queen of longevity in the adult industry. In my previous videos on adult actresses, I focused on newer names, women who entered the adult industry in the early 2020s and quickly rose to fame. But there's one name that has not only stayed relevant over the years but has redefined what it means to have a long-lasting, impactful career in the adult entertainment industry. Angela White, unlike many performers who burn bright and fast, only to fade away due to controversy, burnout, or declining popularity, Angela White has done the unthinkable. She's grown more popular with time. Her journey is unique. She didn't explode into mainstream headlines because of one viral moment. Instead, Angela White has consistently built a legacy of respect, professionalism, academic contribution, and unwavering work ethic over 2 decades. So today, we'll dive deep into the story of Angela White, from her first shoot at 18 to her groundbreaking achievements and even her emergency hospitalization after an intense scene. Let's uncover the journey of a woman who turned adult entertainment into a career of substance, control, and empowerment. Early life and discovery of sexuality. Angela White was born on March 4, 1985, in Sydney, Australia. Her upbringing was relatively traditional. Her mother was a photographer, and while she rarely speaks about her father, she has mentioned growing up in a Christian household. Despite that, Angela's curiosity about sexuality began early. As a shy, introverted child, she spent hours in her school library reading sex education books. One book in particular, Where Did I Come From?, left a lasting impact on her. She has mentioned it in nearly every interview she's done, often calling herself that weird kid in the library reading sex books. But her curiosity wasn't just academic. By the age of 14, Angela had developed a large chest, something that made her stand out, sometimes not in a good way. She began exploring her sexuality, but faced ridicule and bullying from her peers. Whether it was her relationships with boys or her budding attraction to girls, Angela found herself labeled and teased, called everything from a slut to a lemon, an Australian slang term for a lesbian. One incident left a major mark. A girl at school threw lemons at her, mocking her bicycle. But Angela didn't suppress her identity. Instead, she began to dream of a place where she could be celebrated for her sexuality, not shamed. That place, she believed, was porn. First steps into the industry at just 14 years old, Angela decided that once she was of legal age, she would join the adult entertainment industry. She saw porn as a world where she could explore her sexuality freely and without judgment. At 18, Angela contacted a production company in Miami, Florida, the same one where Mia Khalifa would later get her start. She sent a handwritten letter and nude photos taken by friends. The company responded immediately, offering to fly her to the US for her first shoot. Against her mother's wishes, but determined to pursue her dream, Angela flew to America, took 2 weeks off school, and filmed her first scenes. From the start, she made a bold decision. She would perform under her real name, Angela White, as a statement against the stigma surrounding sex work. Her first shoots were solo and girl-on-girl scenes. She returned to Australia and finished high school while her adult content began circulating internationally. It wasn't long before her teachers and classmates found out, leading to awkward and sometimes inappropriate encounters with school staff. Higher education and academic work. Angela didn't stop at porn. In 2007, she enrolled at Melbourne University to study gender studies, focusing on human sexuality, feminism, and the politics of sex work. She kept her career a secret from professors, some of whom were outspoken anti-porn feminists. Instead of reacting emotionally, Angela listened to their arguments carefully. One of her mentors was Sheila Jeffries, a radical feminist known for her anti-sex work stance. Angela's academic work was groundbreaking. She wrote a thesis titled The Porn Performer, where she interviewed 6 sex workers about their experiences. The thesis challenged negative stereotypes, arguing that porn can be a source of empowerment and sexual exploration. In 2017, her thesis was published in the Routledge Companion to Media, Sex and Sexuality. It's now considered a rare academic contribution from someone with real-life industry experience. Running for political office, Angela White's activism didn't stop in the classroom. In 2010, she ran for office under the Australian Sex Party, a legitimate political organization advocating for sex workers' rights, censorship reform, and sexual health education. Her campaign was aimed at countering a Green Party candidate who sought to criminalize the buying of sexual services. Angela didn't win, but that was never the point. Her goal was to raise awareness and protect the rights of people like her. Returned to the industry and going all in. After graduating with honors in 2010, Angela decided it was time to film with male performers. She had waited nearly a decade to make this move, not because of fear, but because she wanted to be 100% sure it was what she wanted. In 2011, she filmed her first boy-girl scene and won Score magazine's Performer of the Year. From that point on, her popularity exploded. Businesswoman and creative control, Angela realized early that the adult industry, like any other, was a business. She wanted to create content on her own terms without exploitation or lack of consent. Using money earned from webcamming, she launched her own production company and website. She took on the roles of director, performer, an editor. By controlling everything from lighting to marketing, Angela ensured she was never pushed beyond her comfort zone. And the fans responded. Angela White's content was not only authentic, she became known for intense scenes, powerful performances, and artistic flair. All of this earned her over 150 adult awards, including more VNS than any other female performer in history. Health scare, a burst appendix. In one infamous incident, Angela filmed a lengthy, intense scene with male star Kieran Lee. Later that evening, she experienced severe abdominal pain and was rushed to the hospital. Doctors discovered she had appendicitis, and her appendix had to be removed in emergency surgery. For years, a myth circulated that the rough scene caused her appendix to burst. Angela later clarified this wasn't true, but the story stuck another chapter in her already legendary career. Why she's still at the top. So why has Angela White managed to remain at the top of the industry for over 20 years? Authenticity. She's unapologetically herself, never hiding her real name, desires, or beliefs. Control. She films on her own terms, with her own company, keeping her work empowering. Consistency. Angela has worked almost every day for years, filming, editing, and running a business. Academic integrity. Her work is undersized physical. She has contributed to conversations about sexuality in meaningful ways. Respect, both within the industry and from outsiders. Angela is viewed as a mature, professional figure. Legacy and final thoughts. Angela White isn't just a porn star, she's a filmmaker, scholar, activist, and businesswoman. She represents what adult entertainment could be when done ethically, creatively, and fearlessly. In an industry where careers are often short and reputations fragile, Angela's name continues to rise. Whether it's her fans, colleagues, or critics, everyone agrees she's one of a kind. And as of today, with over 2 decades of experience, Angela White isn't slowing down. She's rewriting what it means to be an adult performer, not just for herself, but for every woman who comes after her.